Geometry. Plotting points on graph. Introduction of Cartesian plane, Cartesian coordinate system, quadrants. Coordinate geometry. Saurabh and Rahul were studying in the room. Rahul was explaining coordinate geometry to Saurabh. Saurabh, have you observed this corner of the room? The floor and two walls are separated but joined to each other through their one edge. Mathematically, each surface of a wall or floor is called as plane, and the edges through which they are joined together are called axes. Let us consider this xy plane. We call this plane as xy plane because it consists of axis x and y. Suppose we have placed a point anywhere in a plane. Can we define the exact location of this point? No. Is there any system to define the place of this point? Yes, of course. A system is called Cartesian coordinate system. A Cartesian coordinate system. In a Cartesian coordinate system, a plane has two reference axes, a horizontal x-axis and vertical y-axis. The point where both axes intersect each other is called origin or zero position. Both axes consist of numerals at unit distance as shown. This is a graph paper. We assume that this graph paper is a plane. Let us draw a Cartesian coordinate system on it. X-axis, y-axis and origin. These x and y-axis divide a plane into four quadrants. We denote them anti-clockwise as first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. P is any point in first quadrant. How can we define its location? Measure a perpendicular horizontal distance from y-axis. This is the distance we called as x-coordinate of point. Then measure a perpendicular vertical distance from x-axis. This is the distance we called as y-coordinate of point. To define point P, first we write x-coordinate and then y-coordinate in the bracket and separate them by comma. X-coordinate is also called as abscissa and y-coordinate is also called as ordinate. Therefore, 5, 3 are called the coordinates of point P, whose abscissa is 5 and the ordinate is 3. If a point is on x-axis, it means the distance of the point from y-axis may be anything, but the distance of point from x-axis is 0. That is, y-coordinate is 0. Therefore, we say that if a point lie on x-axis, its coordinates are x, 0. If a point is on y-axis, it means the distance of the point from x-axis may be anything, but the distance of point from y-axis is 0. That is, x-coordinate is 0. Therefore, we say that if a point lie on y-axis, its coordinates 0, y. Signs of coordinates in quadrants. In the first quadrant, sign of the coordinates of a point are plus, plus. That is, x-coordinate and y-coordinate both are positive. In the second quadrant, side of the coordinates of a point are minus, plus. That is, x-coordinate is negative and y-coordinate is positive. In the third quadrant, sign of the coordinates of a point are minus, minus. That is, x-coordinate and y-coordinate both are negative. And in the fourth quadrant, sign of the coordinates of a point are plus, minus. That is, x-coordinate is positive and y-coordinate is negative. Saurav, in this way, we can define point B as 4, minus 4, where 4 and minus 4 are x-coordinate and y-coordinate of B respectively. From the coordinates, we can guess that B is lying in fourth quadrant. Other way, we can say that if point D is lying in third quadrant, its x-coordinate is negative and y-coordinate is also negative. Summary 1. In the Cartesian plane, the horizontal line is called the x-axis and the vertical line is called the y-axis. 2. Abscissa or the x-coordinate of a point is its distance from the y-axis and the ordinate or the y-coordinate is its distance from the x-axis. 3. Coordinates of a point on the x-axis are of the form x, 0, and that of the point on the y-axis is of the form 0, y. 4. Sign of the coordinates of a point in the first quadrant are plus, plus. In the second quadrant, minus, plus. In the third quadrant, minus, minus. And in the fourth quadrant, plus, minus. So that is all in this topic, student. Maths is fun, so keep learning.